All right, folks, all the action is in earnings, and there's a slew of them coming after the close. And you know what? Take a look at these names. AppLovin, Western Digital, SanDisk, Redwire, NewScale. All of them are familiar to you. If you watch this show daily for the last couple of years, you've been in and out of these names. By the way, my next guest says another thing they all have in common. They're all buys. I'm going to bring in now Jeffrey Small, Retirement Income Source Partner. Jeffrey, let me start with AppLovin because Palantir had this amazing number earnings report. They had, I think they have what they call a rule of 40 score of like 170 or something crazy. But these guys have one of 160. They're right behind them. Growth rate plus profit margin is very rare. They say anything over 60 is a buy. Why do you like it here?
Well, I think over the next couple of quarters, they probably have the highest earnings ramp, Charles. But over the long term, I really like the potential for Palantir to grow beyond AppLovin. But AppLovin is already driving measurable revenue and margin expansion. More of it's tied to advertising than it is enterprise software like Palantir is doing. But its execution has been nearly flawless. And so if you're looking for rapid revenue growth the next couple of quarters, that's one you want to put your money on. I
will add the caveat because I've had it on this show. I've given it to my own subscribers. It's a wild one. It could be at 400 the next day, 550, and vice versa. Hang on to your hats. All right, Western Digital is another name. And again, it had this huge move. And then just since June, it's come down and it made a series of lower lows, lower highs. How do we get it to reverse? It looks like it's trying to break out here.
You're talking about Palantir, correct?
No, Western Digital.
Oh, Western Digital. Yeah, it is. I mean, they've got 45% year-over-year growth, Charles. They're in the AI infrastructure story here. Their revenue is growing. Their AI storage demand is accelerating. Hyperscaler spending, gross margins are all improving. This is one that you want to own. There's a handful of companies out there that we know that are growing at 40+% year over year in this infrastructure picture. And so Western Digital is a must-own if you're going to play the AI infrastructure build out.
So Redwire, I've had the CEO on a couple of times. It's been up, it's been down. It had a monster move here earlier in anticipation of the IPO for SpaceX. We got out around here. We just got back in with our subscribers, and I love the way this is acting. You got to like the risk reward here. What sparks it, though? What keeps this move going?
Well, Redwire is really the picks and shovels of the space industry. And even though they've kind of been rather erratic, the projected growth on this company is 30 to 40% a year. They've got a backlog of growth and defense awards and commercialization and space contracts. And so if you're looking to augment into a space portfolio, this is one that would be a good one to own for sure.
All right, let's talk about the rest of August. You mentioned that these names don't have a lot of overhead, right? The coast is clear, so to speak. Palantir, which crushed it yesterday. Nvidia is killing it today. I mean, listen, maybe, I don't know what Jensen had planned to get Elon Musk for Christmas, but it's going to be something even sweeter after the day. Where do you see these going right now? I mean, we're talking back maybe new all-time highs. Can they get back there?
Absolutely they can, and earnings are going to justify valuations and future growth. But what's more important on these holdings is the guidance going forward. And since Nvidia is now the AI utility for everything AI, everyone's writing a check to them. Elon just confessed to that fact. These are companies that you definitely want to own as core staples, at least over the next 6 to 12 months before spending could potentially pull back.
Real quick, Meta, it's sort of been the stepchild. Everyone else is like, we're spending money. Okay, stocks go up. They say, we're spending money. Nope, we remember. You get a little myopic there, Zuckerberg. You like this? It's acting pretty good today. Good entry point?
I think it's a great entry point at 20 times earnings in real time, Charles. I mean, this is a no-brainer to purchase. Great revenue story, big CapEx. It's going to pay dues. They are already starting to monetize their AI right now, and that'll transition into earnings growth and a steady compounder over time.
Hey, Jeff, man, love these conversations. Talk to you again. I'll be thinking about you in about an hour when all these earnings come out. Don't worry, you'll get a call. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you, Charles.
All right. Now,
yes, sir.